In this video, we're looking at sampling and types of data. So the two things we're looking at first is a sample versus census. So what they are. So the population of something refers to all the objects that are being investigated or studied, and a census is a survey of that entire population. We also have what we call a sample, and this is a selection from the population and is used when the population is too large or difficult to survey everyone. So a sample needs to be certain things to make it accurate. So it needs to be random, and what that means is that every item or object in the population has an equal chance of being selected to be a part of that sample size. So it needs to be unbiased, which means there shouldn't be any factors that can influence the sample, and it needs to be large. So the bigger the sample, the more accurate the representation is. So if you do a sample of 10 people, it's not as accurate as if you did a sample size of 100,000 people. So we have three examples here, and we need to state whether it would be best to use a census or a sample. So the first one is to find the most popular TV program. Now, this doesn't require us to survey the entire population. So what we could do here is just a sample. We could do a sample size of 1,000 people, and that'll give us a good idea of what the most popular TV program is. Now, finding the number of school children in Western Sydney, that you need to be super accurate about. So you would do a census here to find out the exact number of students that go to school children in Western Sydney. Last one, determining people's opinion on public transport. Again, this could be done by using a sample because it's not important to get accurate numbers. You can actually take a sample size of 10,000 people in Sydney and then get an accurate idea then. So the next thing we're going to look at is the different types of data. Now there's two main types which you can see in blue there. That's categorical and numerical. So categorical uses categories, and these are usually described by words or symbols. So on a scale of 0 to 5, or on a scale of excellent to very poor, that would be categorical. Now that breaks up into two parts. The first one is nominal data, and this is data that can't be put in order. So for example, you're thinking about like colors. So what's your favorite color? That would be nominal categorical data. There's no color that's better than anything else, so you can't put it in order. Whereas for the example, if you're rating a TV show from excellent to very poor, that's ordinal data because excellent would be ranked higher than very poor. Next, we have our numerical data, and this uses numbers or quantities. And this can also be broken up into two parts, what we call discrete data and continuous data. Now, discrete data is whole numbers. So we use this often when we're referring to people or pets, for example. You can't have half a person, so you count it as whole numbers. So that's discrete data. Then you have continuous data, and this includes decimals, and usually it's measurements such as temperature, length, time, those kind of things. So here we have three more examples. We have school report grades. So school report grades is categorical because it comes out as A to E. So we can say that that is categorical. And if you wanted to break it down even further, it would be nominal because ordinal, because there is order to it. The next one we're looking at is temperature throughout June. So temperature can have decimal places. So that's going to be numerical to start with because it's number based. And we're saying it's continuous because it has decimals. And lastly, the number of fans at a soccer game. This is a measurement of people, so it's numerical again. Except this time you can only have whole numbers, so it's discrete. So to just recap on everything we just covered, we have up the top here, a census, remember, is a survey of everyone in the population, and a sample size is a selection of that population. So not everyone, and you do it when it's too large or too difficult to survey. And next we had our different types of data, which was the main two types were categorical and numerical. Categorical uses words or symbols, and numerical uses numbers. Categorical can break up into nominal and ordinal. Nominal had no order, and ordinal did have order. Numerical data breaks up into two: discrete data, which was whole numbers, such as people, and continuous data, which was usually our measurements.